This MacBook I'm holding here is the MacBook Pro 2015, and this laptop, this MacBook, has been my daily drive for over 6 months. On my video here today, I'm going to be answering your question on if this MacBook Pro 2015 is worth it. Yes, this laptop that was released 9 years ago, if it is worth you owning this year 2024. So all you need to do is to watch this video to the very end to get the full information, and I'm sure by the end of this video you will decide if this MacBook Pro is worth it for you or not. Okay, without wasting much of your time, let's get started. All right, now guys, the very first thing I'm going to talk about is the design of this MacBook. The MacBook Pro 2015 uses the same design as the MacBook Pro of the 2012. Yes, so you can say that this design is actually over 12 years, right? Over 12 years. However, you should know that this design is still very sleek. Like, feeling the whole laptop and looking at everything around it, it's just still very nice and it's still very, portable. Okay. Also, guys, the light popping at the back of this Apple logo when you turn on your laptop or you're working on it, this design actually was also the last. The Apple company stopped producing, MacBooks that had this light reflecting on their Apple logo. So now the new design looks like this. Yes, it is just blank. There is no light showing on it whenever you're working on the MacBook for the newer version. All right. Now, there is one thing I love about this laptop's design. One very important thing I love, which is, the ports. Yes, the ports beside it. Okay, now on your right hand side you have the normal USB ports. All right, you have the HDMI cable and also the SD card slot. You should know that this was the last MacBook Pro that the Apple company did that has this SD card slot. Yes, the newer versions, the newer model, you have to go and get an adapter, as you can see on your screen, so that you can be able to plug in your SD card or even to plug in your hard drive. Okay, so with this, you can still plug in your normal USB cable, and also you can still plug in your SD card. Like for me, when I'm done shooting my videos right now on this camera, what I do when I'm handling this laptop is bring out the SD card from the camera and just plug it directly to this laptop and I start editing. However, if I am making use of this my M1 2020, what I need to do is to get the jack and plug it in first. If I can plug in my SD card or if I can plug my drive to start working on anything on my laptop. So you can see why I said this is one of the reasons why I still like this 2015 MacBook Pro. Now, on the left hand side, you can see the headphone jack, which is 3.5mm headphone jack. You can see another USB port, and now they also have 2 Thunderbolt ports and 1 MagSafe fast charging port. Yes, and you should know that this their fast charging port is magnetic. Yes, you just have to, once you just plug it, you can hear a click that this is charging. And whenever you're charging your MacBook, it also has this light indicator on the charger to show you if it's charging, which is orange, or if it is full, which is green. Now, also on the design, guys, this MacBook is quite heavy. Now, why I say so, because like I told you, I'm moving from the 2015 MacBook Pro to the 2020 MacBook Pro. Okay, weighing both of them, you can see that this has more weight than this. Okay, this has more weight than this, and both of them have the same screen size. But you can see the difference between both of them, both in the weight and the width. Yes. Okay, so when holding this or when I'm putting this in my laptop bag, it's kind of feels like I'm carrying sort of a load right there on my back. Okay, so which is one of the things I don't really like about this. Yes. Also, talking about the MacBook Pro 2020 right here. Yes, I'm creating another video specially to talk about this for you, if it's worth it in 2020, and I'll also explain why I had to move from this to this in the year 2024. Okay, and I'll also compare both of them to see which is worth it for your money, for the price and everything you're making use for. Okay, now to the display. This MacBook Pro 2015 still has an amazing display thanks to the resolution. So there is no need to start going over the resolution, just like what the Apple company says about it. I'll just have to tell you that, guys, whenever I'm working on this laptop, my day-to-day activities and everything on this MacBook here, it gives me a very nice both video quality when I'm editing my videos, when I'm doing my day-to-day tasks, like if I'm on my documents or even surfing through the net, it gives me a very nice video quality. Okay, this screen display. Now to the audio, webcam, and the mics. This MacBook Pro 2015 has, a 720p HD FaceTime camera. The funny thing is, both the 2015 MacBook Pro and this 2020 MacBook Pro also have the same, 720p HD camera. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to show you the difference in another video, where I compare both the 2015 and the 2020, where I compare everything, both the HD camera, the sound, the mic, and everything you need to know about both of them, like I said. So don't forget to click on the subscribe button below and turn on the bell notification icon. So whenever I create that video, you'll be the first to get notified. Okay. Now, you should know that this MacBook has dual microphones at the bottom of the MacBook Pro. Yes. Okay. It has stereo speakers on the bottom of both sides of the laptop. However, guys, my speaker here on this MacBook Pro is actually bad. Yes. Okay, this is actually bad. It has spots, and I didn't see the need to repair it, because whenever I'm editing my videos, I either make use of an earpiece or just use something else. I got it to another speaker to work on it. Okay, so I didn't see the need to really repair it. However, I'm still just going to show you the sample of the audio coming out from this MacBook Pro, and also showing the sample of the video coming out from this MacBook Pro. Okay,
so now this is the camera of the 2015 MacBook Pro. So I want you guys to just check out the quality and let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Do you think it is nice? It is okay? Is it fair? Okay, so I can see myself, although it's not so clear, but I can say it's manageable. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. And also I want you to get the sound of my voice. Yeah, like also check out the audio quality on this to see if it's also okay by you. Yeah, so let's just continue with the video. Let's go talk about the keyboard, the performance. Yes, the performance is also one of the most important things we're going to talk about here in this video. So you want to also watch till the end. Even the battery life. Yeah, how long does this MacBook Pro last in this year 2024, and every other thing, both the price and all. Okay,
now off to the keyboard. This MacBook Pro has this backlit keyboard. Yeah, so as you can see, there is this light behind every key on this place. So when you're typing, you can see where you're also typing, both in the dark or whenever. Okay, and guys, typing on this keyboard is actually very satisfying. Yes, although some of you may not really like it because of the clicking sound it makes when you're typing, as you can hear right now. Now, kind of comparing this to my, the keyboard on my MacBook Pro 2020, I kind of noticed that it is slightly, harder. Like you need to just put a little bit force when typing on each keyboard or on each key to be able to type properly. Now, I don't mean you must hold a key with force before it can type. No, what I mean is, comparing both my MacBook Pro 2015 and this of my 2020, this is actually harder. Yes, just slightly harder when you're typing and all. Now, we should know that this MacBook does not have the touch bar or the touch sensor, touch ID sensor. Yes, because this feature was released from the 2016 MacBook Pro. Okay, where you can control some things on that touch bar and even unlock your laptop, your MacBook, using the touch ID sensor and not just with your passcode. Okay, so everything here you need to use all this key. To reduce the brightness, to increase the brightness, your audio and any other thing here, you need to use just the key. However, like I said, from the 2016 and above, we have the touch ID sensor and also you have the touchpad. Now, moving to the trackpad, the trackpad on this MacBook Pro is the first of its kind, and which MacBook has been using in all other MacBook, all the whole newer versions of MacBook. Yes, it feels like there is a button inside it which you can use to click. You can actually select, double click, or anything you want to do, like you are making use of a mouse. Okay, but it also gives a little vibration when you're working on it. Now, the only difference between this trackpad on this MacBook Pro 2015 and the newer version, let's say 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, and the rest of them, is the size of the trackpad. Now, the trackpad on this 2015 MacBook Pro is quite smaller than the one on the 2020. However, they both still perform the same tasks. It's just that you don't really have so much room space on this one like the newer version. But as long as the trackpad works, that is good and fine by me. All you need to do is just to get your work done and you are good to go, isn't it? Now, the next thing is the performance. This MacBook Pro uses the 2.7 gigahertz dual core Intel Core i5 processor, turbo boost up to 3.1 gigahertz with 3 MB shared L3 cache, configurable to 2.9 gigahertz on the rest of them, as you can see here. Yes, so you can get the 128 gig of this MacBook Pro, or you can also get the 256 gig. Guys, I actually got the one of the 128 gig, and that was a very big mistake because working on this laptop, let us even leave aside the whole Intel Core i5 and the rest of them that Apple talks about on their website. When I was editing with this laptop, guys, it's actually a frustrating experience, and that was why I had to quickly upgrade to this my MacBook over here. If I'm opening my softwares like the Premiere Pro, first of all, it takes a very long time to load, and even when editing, it keeps on hanging and lagging. And the fan on this MacBook Pro is so loud whenever I'm performing heavy tasks, and it becomes so hot. So I was so tired of working on this laptop in this kind of manner, so I had to just quickly upgrade. But when I was doing all my day-to-day activities, like I'm typing, writing for my client because I'm a content writer, yes, I'm on my WPA for my Word documents, writing, replying mails, and the rest of them. This serves me well. I was doing everything smoothly until I now switched to heavy tasks. So what does this mean? Now, I'm not going to say it's because I bought the one with 8 gig RAM of MacBook Pro 2015 that I was not able to properly edit on this laptop. I'm going to say it's just the laptop itself. Yes, I don't think it is made for heavy tasks, heavy performance. Okay, it's even the 15-inch version of this MacBook Pro 2015 that can even handle more of heavy performance if you're looking at getting any MacBook Pro 2015 at all. Yes, but when it comes to your day-to-day activities, you're typing, you're watching movie, you are going on, let's say, on net and surfing to the net to browse on any other thing, this is the laptop for you because it can do it. Now, in terms of software updates, guys, when I was using this laptop, I was not really able to update my software. Why? I didn't really have much space. I told you I got the 128 gig one. Yeah, so before you know it, my storage was always filled up when I'm editing, and most of everything I was editing were so important to me that I didn't know which one to delete. Imagine, let's say, it's software taking over maybe 20 gig of 128 gig. How many is remaining for other software you're using, other updates and every other thing? Not talk of when you want to update the software on this MacBook Pro. That's one of the reasons why 128 gig is not even advisable for any laptop at all. No, go for at least the 256 gig, or if you have the money for it, go for the 512 gig or the 1 terabyte, so that you can enjoy the space of that laptop you're making use of. So that was the one bad thing that made me not to update my software at all. And now, secondly, about this updating of your software, September or October this year 2024, the Apple company is going to be releasing a new macOS for all the MacBook, which is called macOS Sequel. And here are the MacBooks that are going to get it. As you can see here, the MacBook 2015 is not getting these updates. So all the artificial intelligence and the rest of them talked about when it comes to new updates, this is not going to get it. So this is one of the reasons why I wouldn't want you to get this MacBook 2015. If you are looking at getting the latest updates on the macOS, this would not get it for you. Now, off to the battery. Okay, this MacBook Pro, remember I told you I was using it for two different purposes. One, heavy performance, which was to edit my videos on Premiere Pro, CapCut, and the rest of them. Whenever I was working on those software, guys, this does not really last long. Let's say 1 hour max or 2 hours max, and it is already going low, and I have to really go and plug it to continue my editing. But if I was just typing, it can stay longer than that. So can you see? And you should know that I got the used of this MacBook Pro 2050, that's the pre-owned, and so maybe that was one of the reasons why the battery was not lasting as long as a new MacBook should last, because someone has been using it before I got it. So, and same thing as you, you will not even see a new version of this MacBook Pro 2015. So, you have two options just to manage the battery like that, or you can also go to the market and change the battery to a new one and enjoy the battery life on this MacBook Pro 20. Now, lastly, the price. Okay, now there are two major things that affect the price of both new MacBook Pro or even used MacBook Pro. That is one, for we that stays, I'm in Nigeria and I will use Naira to convert to buy our goods and services. So they convert from dollar to Naira. That is one. And second thing is the space you want to get. Okay, there is for the MacBook Pro 2015, there is the 128 gig and there is 256 gig. So both are priced differently. But as of last year, that was around 300k range, below 300k actually, yes, but 128k. Yes, so, and dollar was around, let's say maybe around 1,000 or so. But currently, when making this video, dollar is a little above 1,600. So you can see that the price may have increased, okay, may have increased or even reduced because of the availability of this MacBook Pro in the market, or the want or the demand for it. So just check out the vendor or the person you want to get it from and know how much they are selling it, how much it meets that at that point in time, and you are good to go. Okay. So now, after everything I've explained about this MacBook Pro 2015, what do you think about this laptop? Are you going to get it? Is it the MacBook Pro for you, or will you go for a newer model? Now, what I'm going to advise is, if you plan on using a laptop or a MacBook for a heavy task, this is not the MacBook for you. Check out my recent video, for the MacBook Pro 2020, where I explain everything you need to know about it and why I had to switch from this 2015 to 2020, and you can see if that is the laptop for you. Okay, but if you are going to just use this MacBook Pro for your day-to-day activities, or you just want to have a MacBook, then you can just get this. So guys, I'll be seeing my next video as I explain everything you need to know about this MacBook Pro 2020 with the M1 chip. This laptop is a game changer and the Apple company. And if you want to know why I said so, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification icon so that when I create that video, you'll be the first to get notified. And like I said, I also compare both MacBooks, this and this, to show you which is worth it for your own money. Okay, so guys, I'll see you in my next video.